fake appeal, fake whatever. But it's like we literally go out of our way to not have shit to do with them. It's just, it's getting ridiculous. I hope I'm not trying to accuse a person or anything like that. I'm not trying to accuse anyone. Maybe it's just some bad gas. It could be a number of problems. There's noise that's going on with my car. I wonder if y'all hear that. But either way, when I accelerate, it makes a loud rattling noise, and I have to figure out what the fuck, what's going on with this. And I just made the video today about what I forgot what it was, but it's something similar to them basically losing their shit. And this is what you do. Like, N-words are just all around criminals. They lie, cheat, steal, kill, try to cause hurt and harm to people who have done nothing to them, and expect them not to say anything, not to retaliate, nothing like that. Just like, these are like most of the people that are on my, all on me like this, and all on the collective like this. We don't even know these motherfuckers. We don't care them, don't know them, don't need to know them, don't care to get to know them. Like their actions say enough. Like the little walk up and sneak. I'm just repurposing the word. That's who they are, and it has nothing to do with nationality. But these are just inorganic people. These are N-words. They're just not organic or conducive to the vitality of this planet. The health of it, is detrimental. They are basically a virus here, and they're getting stopped. They're getting fucked up out here, and they're getting desperate. You can tell by the moves they're making. Again, what the stuff that they're saying is like redundant, and like I said, they can only attack us from the lower parts, and they're like, we're elevating so high, our frequency is getting so high that all they can do is try to be, try to play catch up, and then eventually, they won't even be able to face anyone. Like, they gotta go. It's just like, you had your chance to, give peace and harmony to the world and make the world a better place, quote unquote, but they couldn't fucking do that, right? So all they could do is cause chaos and destruction in other people's lives, the lives of people who could bring the balance to the earth, right? They want to cover up, the people who can get the job. Maybe it's one of the, like, all they do, like, I haven't seen any, I said correctly, never mind, I'm going to retract that before I even say it's not going out there. So, I'm sure this is a problem I can fix, but I might not have time for it. That's the only problem. And honestly, I've been looking for a new vehicle anyway. Like, so if anybody's looking to, kind of finance their vehicle, I've been pretty good with the payments on this one. Like, this is the first, like, late one that will show up on my, that's going to be on my credit report and stuff. So I'm really pretty good about payments and stuff. I need a cheaper payment because this is like, it's just whatever. My whole reason for getting this truck was to tow my trailer, and now I'm using it for work. So, I'm looking for a car, sedan. It could be a sports car, because I'm good on gas. So if anybody's, looking to sell a car, finance or whatever, hit me up. I'll reply and see what's going on. But yeah, now I got to figure out what this issue is and see if it's like not too time consuming for me to try to fix or whatever, what have you. So there's that. I can't really do much with it unless I just give it back and take the hit on my credit, which okay, because I've already taken many hits, but I'm also working on it. But whatever. That's the stuff they'll be, probably screaming about. They've been screaming about. It's just like, okay, that's your system. Like, I'm not a part of this shit, and I'm like slowly like leaving the system, and they're really mad about it because I'm showing people that there's a way to do it. You're gonna take some hits while you're in it. It's gonna be rough. The entry and the exit was, are gonna be rough. That's just bottom line. And if you're choosing to break from the system, you're gonna face a lot of opposition. That's just what it is. But it's going to be for your greatest and highest good. They're gonna still be watching, stalking, trying to pretend like they're better than you, but nobody looks inside an empty house or keeps looking inside an empty house, right? Nobody tries to, fuck with you if you're not doing shit the right way in some way. They don't have anything to attack, right? If you're doing something right, they don't have anything to attack. not doing anything right. Like they're not, getting attacked. Like if they're criminals, because people are afraid of them. These are the criminals, the white collar criminals that people are, or blue collar. They got them in all aspects, which makes them all look bad, and that's why we have to use. Discernment is just so important to know when you're dealing with good people, when you're just dealing with trash, with N-words. So yeah, I'm just, repurposing N-words. So I saw like a little love bomb situation today. Witnessed it, they'll come to one person from, a melanated, and this is not just this, the non-pigmented people, but it's just like they'll go from like one group of people. It's all to cause division. It's all to cause division. That's all it's about. Like there'll be one plant in there to make sure certain groups, if they see you like, admiring a person or, being happy with a person's work or whatever, their appearance, this and that. They only try to attach it to the physical. They say nothing about the mind or anything like that. They'll just pretty much just try to do it like, bash you over here. Like I read this from my own too, so it's like that's how I know it's not just a racial thing. They just got motherfuckers that are plants and they want to cause division and stop us from building that gateway, that ladder to heaven. Because people from all different nationalities can get along. There's pale skinned people, there's really dark skinned people from all nationalities, and they really rock. They're cool with each other, and it's just like these little ages that get planted in the middle to try to cause separatism. And it's really fucking like, the fuck are you even doing here? Like you're not organic. So when I was at the beach the other day, you could tell it was very evident of the organic and the non-organic people, because the organic people were just, let me get out of this tunnel first. I got a bunch of other motors and stuff running around me. Sorry, just give me a few seconds, because I got motorcycles rolling by and everything like that. I guess motorcycles are confirmations, right? And the closer your blessing is getting, the more angry they get, right? Your big blessing from the Most High, your gift, your greatest and highest good is from the Most High. The angrier they get, the more pressure they try to put on you. Like right now, I got a lot going on, and they're probably gonna scream about it later, to try to embarrass somebody and try to make me look a certain way. And they do that to, they do it to everybody who is, on their purpose, on their path. They're not gonna screw with somebody who isn't on their path because they're doing their bidding, right? Watch the people who don't get screwed with, right? It's just like we're not trying to cause division, we're actually trying to cause unity. But sometimes it means that some of old ideals and old energies, they just have to go. They cannot survive in the energy that we are trying to bring in. They can't survive on this frequency, so that means they have to probably lose everything they know, how they were surviving on their frequency to keep them, for their, their roof over their head. Their car was probably lying, cheating, manipulating, stealing, doing the same shit they're doing now, except on they're being exposed and brought to the light. So motherfuckers are getting ate up by the sun. Like they are literally, they can't keep their mouth closed in the sun. Like they're fucking mouth breathing in the sun. Wow, that's amazing. Just exposing themselves as the criminals that they are. Saying what they did to people and, going and bragging on it, screaming each other's names in the streets, associated with the crimes that they are committing. That shit is funny. I'm just like, wow. Police right around the corner. I heard police right, like, what was it, a few days ago, and, what was it, there was somebody outside, popping noise or whatever, and I'm like, not even bothering to get up, look up or nothing. I'm just chilling. I'm gonna stay chilling. It is what it is. Like, because they want you to get outside and act a fool and be on camera, because people are probably antagonizing people wearing body cams, but all they have evidence of is them harassing people. So there's that. Pure evidence. They try to submit that shit in court. They're harassing somebody, sexually harassing if they're doing revenge porn or whatever the fuck it is they like to do. These losers, that chick thereafter, that's their, their dream girl, basically. And that's just their reality, which is pretty sad, versus someone like the Collective comes in like hella genuine, their dream girl actually resonates with their spirits, and not just because, she looks good or whatever, or, they heard some rumor about her and everything like that, and then they're mad that they can't obtain her because the dude before him, or chick, sold him a pipe dream, which basically tried to sell him his pipe. Just like, if you do this, you can probably let me stop. I'm sorry. So y'all hear that, I guess. You heard all through the tunnel. I'm gonna probably double watch this video and see if how bad the sound is, and I may or may not post it. Sorry, y'all, it's been a long ass day. I've been in the sun all day and just enjoying it. So, the sun all day. So, inorganic people. Let me turn this to be a better idea. Okay, so when I was at the beach, I got a clicker, by the way, wherever that is, to turn my videos on and off. Make sure it's in the right place. At the beach, you're listening to mother guys speak. All right, everybody's silent, everything's peaceful, everything's quiet out there. I had a young man next to me, of a lighter, further from the equator complexion, right? He was fishing, and you could tell the man just like he was at peace with what he was doing. He loved what he was doing, and I was like, so therefore, that's what we're there for, to see nature. We're not there to be looking at other people's faces and cars and all that ignorant shit that these non-organic N-words like to do. It's just like, these are N-words, they're not organic, like, and that's just the bottom line. It's just like, because I had people come in, trying to take shots at me or whatever, and do it from a distance. It's just like, okay, cool, and they kept it moving, fortunately, for both of us, because I don't want to go to jail. I have a clean record and everything. Like, I don't need to be in jail. There's nothing I need to be really in jail for. And they're jailing people for speaking the truth, just like they were, jailing people for like smoking marijuana. So, and then there's people to this day in jail for doing something organic. Go figure, right? So go figure that the justice system has people in jail for doing things that are organic, right? So that's, that says a lot. You want to jail people for, not getting drunk and alcohol is also organic. It's just fermented, right? It's just fermented potatoes, grains, what have you. There's not a lot of alcohol out there really that's inorganic, grapes and things like that. But we already have that discussion, and what spirit comes out of you is if you're inorganic or not. If the energy you're carrying is not organic to this earth. So, it just depends on what frequency you're on. And more confirmation from that motorcycle. And maybe there's a rattling car right now. I think it's just my heat. I don't feel a difference in the driving. And might be a catalytic converter, might be a heat shield, or it might be some bad gas, which I'm going to figure that out when I get home and try to dump some new gas into it and see what happens. Sometimes I might have to replace a part or two here or there to see how it's getting louder. But I've never been a heavy gas pusher unless I'm in a rush. Just like mostly just coast. So that's why another reason I'm able to keep doing this video. So I'll figure it out once I get into where I need to go. Not too far off. So anyway, the organic can sit there and connect with nature. Like, you heard the seals and stuff. There's like groups of seals just swimming. I didn't show that part because they weren't swimming at the time I felt like recording that video. The water was just glistening. So the inorganic is trying to block out the organic, like there will be like an agent that'll come around talking about some nonsense while we're trying to connect with nature. And I simply just walked to the other side, and they knew to be quiet, kind of like a master walks away from his dog, right? And they knew to shut the fuck up. And there was people that kept doing it, and then it's just like, I couldn't, like, it was like an instant, like, your face kind of just frowned up because, oh shit, no, because they came around talking about some dumb shit that, you know, it's not organic to the environment, to Mother Gaia. So also, I noticed that the water by the shore, and it could be the sandbars, and I could be totally wrong, but I really think, you know, there was a building right by the beach. There used to be trees there at some point that you could look and just see trees. It was an oasis, right, probably, or something like that. But it was an ocean. But still, to look there and see a building, like, you know, blocking out light so that the, you know, closer to the shore where the people are gonna be, right? Because there's nobody in the middle of the fucking water like that, you know. Oh, there were people in boats, but that's about it. But if you ain't got a boat, you're not gonna see that beauty. But, you know, the water looks so dull by the shore. It looked like lifeless, and like even by the shore, you know, the water still, like, you know, it's got some shimmer, some sheen to it, some you know, more beauty. It's already beautiful, but it's like it's got more beauty than it already is. But so the inorganic, you know, they simply can't be quiet when the organic is around, and it's exposing them. Because it's just like, why can't you shut up when you came here to see nature? You came here to get away from your real life, right? Why can't you shut your ass up? You know, why can't you not engage in fuck shit while you're at the beach? You know, because you see one person. You choose to be a groupie over, you know, coming to the beach or whatever to heal yourself. And that's just weird. It's just weird behavior. It's just like, you know, it's not human nature. It's not. Like, they could stop with that bullshit. Oh, gossip is a human nature. No, communication is human nature. Gossip is inorganic bullshit. That's serpent shit. That's, you know, the snake who told Eve to bite the apple. They probably would have been able to eat the fucking apple if they hadn't listened to the snake. You know, I think the whole reason that was upsetting, because they would have been able to eat the apple when the Most High was ready for them to eat the damn apple. You know, instead the snake said, "Eat the cake, anime. Eat the damn cake, anime." And you know, but you know, the snake only said it. There was no action behind it because it didn't have the hands or the arms, the hands and legs to make her eat the cake. Make any of them eat the cake. You know, so. And nobody was forcing them to eat the fucking apple. That's the whole thing, is accountability. Nobody told these motherfuckers to eat the apple. The snake probably kept, in fact, Eve probably went there a few times, right? It was just like, no, I'm gonna pass, da-da-da-da, but, you know, it's, and then finally she was like, you know what, this thing is getting on my nerves. I want it to go away. And that's probably what the promise was, you know, you eat this and I'll go away. She did. And then, you know, it probably wasn't even like that they realized that the snake probably fucking went up and like told on them, you know, and was like, told the Most High, was like, oh yeah, they're down there eating the apple that you told them not to eat, because that's, you know, that snake was sitting there listening to the conversation, you know, and listening to the Most High saying, don't eat the apple. That snake wanted them to fall from grace. The snake wanted them to lose their spot. You know, it's like, oh, we're hungry. The apple is here. You know, this snake is telling us, oh, it's okay to eat it. It's okay. Did you hear it from your intuition? Did you hear it from the Most High? People, we gotta stop ignoring our intuition, you know, when we dealing with some bullshit. You know, some bullshit ass people. Because nobody who gives a fuck about you is gonna offer you gossip and money and tell you to go attack somebody. You know, they think it's gonna and act like it's gonna turn out okay for you. It never does. It never does. You know, that person, you know, is more than likely a chosen one, right? And then, you know, you've attacked this person, and then, you know, when you least expect it, karma comes back around, yada yada yada. Like, I already know it's people. I'm not really getting karma like that. It's just people in the background trying to sabotage my shit. Some of it is karma on the financial aspect, you know, which is like, well, I can't even say that because I paid the IRS. I paid the people off, and they're sitting up here saying that I didn't file my taxes. I'm like, damn, I know I did, because I sent it through one of your own, you know, who should be in jail if she did not submit all of the paperwork and everything. But, you know, they're saying what different companies were reporting, and then, you know, what year. I'm just like, well, shit, that was that year, and that was like 3 years ago. I know I took care of business then. Like, if you look at my payment history, my tax history, all that stuff, I was on point, you know, for a few years. Yeah, like for after I grew up, you know, like when I started getting back on track, and then it's just like, there's something about this energy doesn't want me to have my ducks in a row. Clearly, you know, because I'm like, I've always, you know, once I became aware of the value of finances, you can see in my financial history, I was paying before the bill was due. If you really look into it, I was paying before the bill was due, and if I charged something, I made sure I could pay for it within the next 3 days, pay it in full or whatever, or in 2 to 3 payments in that month, and just be done with it. But then again, I also had a car that was paid off. I needed the truck, so like life started life, and you know, they wanted to make fun of everything I did. They tried to make fun of the truck, saying, "Oh, she ain't gonna have that," you know, just speaking curses over you or whatever. I'm just like, if I don't have it, it's because I gave it away. Anything I don't want is because, you know, shit, I let it go. That, you know, anything I don't have, I let it go. Like, I don't know where I want to live yet. You know, this whole situation is coming to an end, and they're really just getting more and more pissed and more desperate as to, you know, whatever it is coming my way, you know, and the fact that I've been protected this whole time. So it's like everything they've done. Oh, the sun is shining so bright. It's like I have a halo or something. Yeah, that I've been so protected this whole time, because everything that, you know, they try to sabotage for me, something better comes through, like something greater comes through. It gets greater later, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, if you're going through a lot of nonsense and, you know, these people are trying to shut you up from telling the truth, keep telling the truth. You know, like, keep telling the truth. Because it's not like you're, you know, sitting up lying on people and, you know, telling them a bunch of bullshit. It's just, you know, it's just the flat out truth of what they're doing to you, and it's wrong. You know, and these people don't have any, like, real intellect. They just have, you know, sabotage. They have the money and, you know, like the connections or whatever, these so-called connections that are falling too, because they're all turning on each other. They can sit there and talk all the shit they want to, but behind the scenes, they're fucked up mentally. You got to be fucked up mentally to keep attacking somebody who doesn't give a fuck about you, who doesn't go out of their way for you, who doesn't do anything for you. You keep coming to their page to look what they're saying. I'm not on anybody's page. I'm not looking on anybody else's page. Any crazy shit like that. It's just like, that's for the, you know, the pigeons. I'm not even gonna say for the birds. It's for the pigeons, the sky rats, basically. But before I say that, let me actually look up the, you know, the spiritual meaning of what a pigeon is. You know, what it looks like and things like that. So, oh man, this traffic has been stupid. Kind of sucks the fun out of driving. Almost into this. I'm trying to listen to this noise, so I gotta figure out what this is. It doesn't feel like, because I know my truck, you know, it doesn't feel like anything crazy. But, you know, whatever it is, you know, the Most High is gonna bless me. And, like, you know, the Most High always does, you know. It always gets me right. You know, I'm thinking about really just giving it back to him, because I'm like, usually when one thing after another goes wrong with something, it's time to give it back to the universe, or wherever the fuck you got it from, right? Yeah, and I'm ready to, I don't know, I think I'm ready to do that. I just don't know, you know, I'm trying to figure out a way to go about getting another, like just a gas saver car, and then, you know, renting a truck when I need to tow the thing wherever I'm going to tow it for a couple of days. And that probably will save me a lot more money than just paying for the truck. Because like I said, this thing was supposed to sit and just be it turned into a work truck because I started doing construction with it. And then I got rid of my car, so I'm like, damn, probably shouldn't have did it, because that thing was paid off and it was good on gas. But it definitely would have been over 150,000 miles by now, and I would have definitely had to get another one to carry me over and stuff. So it, you know, it is what it is. But if anybody's looking to sell a car, I am good on payments, and I will be giving this truck back, returning to sender. And, you know, I know I'm going to take a hit on my credit or whatever, but I know I need to get something I can afford. That's just the most practical. Well, I can afford this, but it's just like, you know, it's taken away from some things that I like doing. So yeah, it's you know, I'm living my best life, but I could be living better, if that makes any sense. Even perfection can be improved upon. That's always my theory, or my saying. So yeah, I got no shame in my game. You know, I'm going through everyday people stuff. You know, people run around with their cars making worse noises than this. You know, they run around with their hoods flying up. You know, I'm blessed. just either way. You know, it could always be worse. You know, I'm sorry y'all have to listen to this noise though. If you're listening, and if you can hear me over the noise, then hopefully I haven't talked a whole bunch for nothing. Because I definitely be getting at something. So there's that. And I don't know, I guess you could say I have a sunny disposition, because I'm like gonna be happy no matter what. Especially like materially, these people would have been losing their shit, man. Like most of the people talking shit, they would have been gone off their rocker. They would have been losing it, if they were in my situation. Toughest battles goes to the strongest soldiers, right? I know my breakthrough is coming. That's already been manifested. It's on its way. You get your tests. You get what you get. Are you gonna still do this with your car sounding like that? Yes, I am. Yes, actually, I am. I will be doing that with my car sounding like this, and I will be doing the work to find out what is wrong with my car, and more work to, try to resolve that situation. Nevertheless, yeah, the organic, the inorganic, the organic is winning. The mother Gaia is taking her spot back. She's tired of the shit. Like these like Los Angeles has been having like crazy earthquakes, stuff like that. You think that's not a sign that the inorganic are leaving this earth? Like the very thing that kills you is a thing that is vital to the survival of this planet. While they want to block out the sun, like come on, like you're dying. Somebody don't belong here, dying from the sun as people. And I'm not just talking about pale skinned people. I'm talking about people of all pigments, right? They don't belong here. There's their spirit doesn't resonate with Earth. Their energy doesn't resonate here. Like you could tell, it's the stuff they put in their bodies, the stuff that comes out of their mouths, what they speak into the universe, and what they have become so codependent on, which is finances and their so-called fake power and fake control. Like they can't even control themselves to stay off our fucking pages. So it's kind of like, they're gonna talk, they're gonna make their jokes or whatever, and then it's gonna backfire. They're gonna do their black magic, their witchcraft, until that shit gets cleaned out too. Because they're running out of shit to attack. First of all, they're running out of ways to attack, which is the funny stuff. Their defenses are being broken down. SWAT team at their houses. It could always be worse. Foreclosures, police stalking their ass down the street, making sure they don't do anything to the collective, because that's what the police are here for in divine order, is to protect us and, jail the karmics. That is the whole purpose. Like they are here to keep the balance, and that balance is being restored. Officers are speaking out. I see a lot of them on the road, not even bothering really just giving people tickets. They're like, they're just doing rounds to make sure everything's just orderly. Not just trying to stop and harass somebody to, so they can make a quota or whatever the fuck they do at the end of the beginning of the month. When they're obviously hot on the streets, right? So the justice system, people are speaking out in that. Judges are ruling, correctly and not in karmic favor. These new policies, documents, line item vetoes are being they're being line item vetoed. They're being revised, and new structures are taking place. Things are changing, people, and it's changing for the better. No matter what it looks like right now, it's the energy, the frequency is changing for the better, for the collective, and we're getting the collective where the collective needs to be. The attacks will be, they've been great. They had a good run. They had their time, and now it's time for them to, skedaddle, man. Just bounce and be on out, man. Like the fuck on, shit. Like we did when we walked away from them, but they still pursued us even after we walked away. It's kind of weird. Like wasn't talking about them or anything, and they just try to keep dragging us back in their trash and their cycle. It's just like, can you get off, please? Like your energy stinks. Like get off my page. Like, if we had such bad energy, they wouldn't keep coming around us or like trying to watch what the fuck we're doing, or they wouldn't want anything to do with us. But instead, what do? They try to bring our energy down to theirs. So, I'm trying to get This camera just it's a pretty good holder, by the way. Yeah, it's over for them, and they know it. They know it too. You don't keep coming back if you want to fight. You know, it's kind of like, oh shit, I got it, and then you walk away. It's like, I did what I needed to do. You know, I got what I needed from the situation, and then you just fucking go. You know, that's what it is. You know, they'll try to flip your words around. They're still trying to figure out how to play mental jujitsu with you, and they've already been tapped out and been like choked unconscious several fucking times, and it's just like, okay, well, you know, if you want to keep wasting your time while the collective continues to live their best, you know, live their best life or whatever, despite your attacks, and know that we are breaking free from y'all, you know, do you until the day you die, I guess. And that probably won't be long, depending on how much of that bad energy, bad juju you're putting out there in the universe, you know, because a lot of them are suffering from illnesses, you know. The streets are talking, you know, they ain't yelling, they talking, you know. So it's just like, we don't have to say shit, you know. We don't have to say anything. We don't have to go and yell anybody's name. We don't I ain't gonna play no games, say no names. Not doing it. Not fucking doing it. I'm not saying no names, you know, because they know who they are. Hit dogs gonna holler, right? You know, the hit dogs, they hollering, man. They hollering big time. So, you know, they thought we were the dogs. They thought we were getting hit. I'm like, no, actually, you're getting hit, desperately trying to cling on to some shit that don't even matter anymore. Really and truly, you know, it's a dying system. Like everything is just crumbling around them. The codes crumbling. And yeah, they're just, you know, sitting here talking shit about it. You know, they're not happy in their real lives. Otherwise, they wouldn't even be concerned with us, since they think so little of us. You know, they wouldn't bother. Like, you don't bother with people who are your servants. But guess what? We'll be servants to each other. We'll be of servitude to each other. We'll be cooking our own food and making our own cocktails, you know, making them for each other. We'll be throwing the parties, and, you know, they won't have shit to do with it. I'm sorry, this thing's, I gotta tie the, yeah, there we go. So, pause a little bit. Good thing traffic is a little bit slow. Yeah, it's just like a failing system. And it's like, I can't say Rome. It's kind of like, they kind of Trojan horsed us with the with how they, you know, they get in our energy. Because like I said, they rip the mask off, you know, because they can't maintain a high frequency. They can only put the mask on and be in the mask of a higher frequency for so long, and they can only get so high. And when we start elevating, that's when that shit starts peeling on off, because they can't handle the altitude. It's like, look, you are in this frequency, and I put the mask on for this particular frequency. You cannot go higher than this. That's where the narcissists come from. They start attacking, you know, they start trying to glamour spell you. They start trying to attack your image, your, you know, your reputation, whatever the fuck, you know, like, your reputation is who people think you are, right? So that says a lot. What they're attacking says a lot. Their reputation is who people think you are, right? So if they can keep you at that same frequency, you know, they can attack you best to keep you, and when you're to keep you stuck in that frequency, so that they can match frequencies and try to make it look like, oh, they elevated a little higher. But they don't. It's just pseudo frequency. You know, pseudo on the y-axis. So, like I said, they were in the situations the collective has been in, they would not have made it out. And that's just the bottom damn line. They think because they haven't been through anything that they're karmic, that they haven't paid up. But it's like, some people choose their consequences now. Other people, they choose their consequences later. We came here, we chose our consequences in our early ages, so we don't die suffering from horrible karma like a lot of them are probably about to do. Once everything gets switched around and these laws get changed and everything, and once they're out of the pockets of the government and the politicians and stuff, and they lose all their divine protection from, you know, these government systems and structures, and it's like they're so focused on the collective. We're the bait and the shark. They're so focused on us that they don't even see the powers that be are orchestrating this whole symphony where they fall from their grace, their grace, from their fucked up system, their false gods, and everything like that. So, they always try to make us look crazy, but after we're right, then what is it? What is it after we're right? Right? Predicted the future, psychic, whatever little title they want to give us. No, we just walk with God, okay? It's simple as that. You don't have to give us a title. We just use title for, lack of a better term. But we walk, our walk is with God. Our eyes stay on the Most High. That's just point blank. It says his period. Miss me with that bullshit. Like all that other shit does not matter. And that's what they're gonna have to be forced to see, understand, or worst case scenario, they're gonna have to see. They need to fix that problem. And it's funny to watch the contrast. Like they're putting us through shit, and they're actually going through shit that they manifested for us. It's just like they're actually the ones going through the storm. We're going through the eye of the needle, right? And they're going through. They haven't even made it to the eye of their storm. They haven't made it to the calm before the storm or anything. They've been going through it the whole time. They've been fucking with us and don't even realize it. They think, karma is a slow burn. It's a slow roll. It's an avalanche. You start off with a little snowflake, then you can, roll it up, turn it into a little snowball, then a snowman. Then you keep rolling that motherfucker down the hill, down the wrong path, and then eventually you got yourself, a giant snowball, and then an avalanche. You got yourself so much snow that you're trapped in, and like they spend so much time trying to paint pictures of, paint us into a corner that they actually do it to themselves. They use up all this space, all these people, all these resources. And, they really get you out, get your name out there, and then here you are with your little lantern, and then they don't realize that it's not the lantern that's really keeping you, leading you, and guiding you through the darkness. It's your own inner light that you're following the Most High. So, with that said, collective, I hope this video wasn't too noisy for you. Love yourself, love each other, take care of each other, and hope to see you out there. Definitely, the energy has definitely changed. I can see a time I'd be frustrated with everything going on to one degree or another, but I'm not. I'm just like, I'm going to get through this. The Most High is going to get me through this because I'm walking with the Most High, and I stand on that. They're going to try it. That's part of the process. It's part of the journey. Is karmics trying it. It's just what they do. They don't have anything better to do on their. They're not on their path or their journey because they probably don't even know how to get there at this point. They're so lost. So not all who wander are lost. We wander because we know who really knows the way, and we're not trying to control how we get there. We just do the work, and that energy, we transmute it, or it gets transmuted for us. It's really that simple. Instead of trying to control everything, control narratives, like when the narrative is actually true about them that they're trying to set for us, which is always bad, right? So, with that said, again, love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Drink plenty of water. Remember to mind your business, especially on things that don't matter. Like if you can get in those stadiums and everything and cheer those players on every day, the entertainers, that you can, have conversations with the Most High. Have that same passion, that same energy for the Most High, and